All right, y'all. Mic check 1 2 1 2. We are in the building. What's up to all my people out there? All my fans in the Facebook world, YouTube, and we're gonna be on a few other platforms here soon, like TikTok. So make sure y'all tap in, support. It's definitely gonna be worth it. Definitely going to be worth it. What can I say? All right, y'all. We got a good one tonight. We're gonna be talking about some shit that is going on right now as we speak. How many of y'all heard about the parade that's gonna happen here shortly? I want to know what y'all think about that. You think it's a good thing? Do you think it's something America is? Do you think it's something that America should be doing? I guess is one of the, because rather it's about to go down. We're gonna have our first military type parade. I ain't never seen no shit. I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life. Because I think it's tacky. Very tacky because it's showing off. Only like dictator states do this type of shit. In a sense, I get you want to show off our strength. One of our strengths should be like competence of people in office and things like that. That to me is our strength more than a military parade. Force is nothing. Force can always be force. It can be massive, but as you see with Ukraine, they're going up against a powerful country. So a David the Goliath type situation. And nowadays, when you're dealing with certain types of weapon, okay, like what they call it, online cyber war or drone war, the numbers no longer mean anything unless you're fighting on the ground or nukes. Delivering certain nukes. I don't care how much that you got. If you deliver certain nukes to certain places at certain times, you're gonna have some problems. True or not? You believe that? I want y'all to see this video. A U.S. senator got forcefully removed asking questions. Keep in mind that this is their job, is ask questions.
A dramatic showdown in Los Angeles. Senator handcuffed. Hi, everyone. I'm Casey Hunt. Welcome to the arena. At this hour, we're getting new details on the confrontation between California Senator Alex Padilla and Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem. I want to show you what sparked this incident. Let's watch.
The officers and the agencies and the departments and the military people that are working on this operation will continue to sustain and increase our operations in this city. We are not going away. We are staying here to liberate this city from the socialist and the burdensome leadership that this governor and that this mayor have placed on this country and what they have tried to insert into this city. So I want to say thank you to every single person that has been able to do this. Also, I want to talk specifically to the rioters and to the politicians in Los Angeles.
A half a dozen violent criminals that you're rotating on your.
I also want to talk about specifically.
So that was the moment, and you could hear kind of the sound of the senator's voice there. You could see she was holding her press conference. You could see what happened to him. We have other angles of that as well, and more showing what plays out later. The video that we're going to show you next, it was released by her office. And again, it shows an alternate angle. Senator Padilla's office says that after he was removed, he was forced to the ground and handcuffed, so he was not arrested. Secretary Noem spoke to CNN shortly after this incident. Here's what she said.
I wish that he would have reached out and identified himself and let us know who he was and that he wanted to talk. His approach, was something that I don't think.
Fuck you think you're here for, bro?
LA's mayor called this incident, quote, absolutely abhorrent and outrageous. She's planning to hold a press conference at the top of the hour. Senator Padilla then spoke with reporters after this incident. This played out just moments ago. Watch.
If this is how this administration responds to a senator with a question, if this is how the Department of Homeland Security responds to a senator with a question, you can only imagine what they're doing to farm workers, to cooks, to day laborers out in the Los Angeles community and throughout California and throughout the country.
All right, my panel is here. They're going to weigh in just a moment, but we want to start with CNN's Stephanie Elam in LA. We've got Kristen Holmes outside the White House. CNN's security correspondent Josh.
Military people that are.
That dramatic showdown in Los Angeles. A senator handcuffed. Hi, everyone. I'm Casey Hunt. Welcome to the arena. At this hour, we're getting new details on the confrontation between California Senator Alex Padilla and Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem. I want to show you what sparked this incident. Let's watch.
The officers and the agencies and the departments and the military people that are working on this operation will continue to sustain and increase our operations in this city. We are not going away. We are staying here to liberate this city from the socialist and the burdensome leadership that this governor and that this mayor have placed on this country and what they have tried to insert into this city. So I want to say thank you to every single person that has been able to do this. Also, I want to talk specifically to the rioters and to the politicians in Los Angeles.
A half a dozen violent criminals that you're rotating on your.
I also want to talk about specifically military people that are working on this operation will continue to sustain and increase our operations in this city. We are not going away. We are staying here to liberate this city from the socialist and the burdensome leadership that this governor and that this mayor have placed on this country and what they have tried to insert into this city. So I want to say thank you to every single person that has been able to do this. Also, I want to talk specifically to the rioters and to the politicians in Los Angeles.
A half a dozen violent criminals
Dressed in a sport coat.
I also want to talk about specifically.
You don't look like none
That
of the
was the
reporters
moment,
there.
and you could hear
Bro,
the sound of
lies
the
so
senator's
much, even when
voice
lies.
there. You could see she was holding her press conference. You could see what happened to him. We have other angles of that as well, and more showing what plays out later. The video that we're going to show you,
Was something that I don't think was appropriate at all.
this incident. Here's what she said.
I wish that he would have reached out and identified himself and let us know who he was and that he wanted to talk. His approach, was something that I don't think was appropriate at all.
See, that's what I'm saying, yo. When I talk about this racism thing, it's like I'm gonna play the victim. I was hurt. I was a victim. I don't care if a motherfucker gets shot. I'm still come back and it was threatening to me. I don't know. All night, calm and quiet. Come on, bro. Y'all did what y'all came to do.
to cooks, to day laborers out in the Los Angeles community and throughout. I can only imagine what they're doing to farm workers, to cooks, to day laborers out in the Los Angeles community and throughout California and throughout the country.
At that moment, we have any idea that after this happened down there. And I asked for her overall opinion of the city. She's like, well, don't you want a nice downtown, was her response. But it seems like much of her time here, she says she's been to LA other times, was spent downtown and not on the west side of LA where we are now, where it's very business as usual.
All right, Stephanie Elam, thank you very much for that. And of course, we are continuing to bring in different angles of the video here. But Josh Campbell, you
loudly, and so her security, the Senate people, someone who
chance to see this for the first time. We just got this video cleared through our system. The fact that this has happened, he's out of the room with the secretary, right? And they're pushing him to the ground, and he's saying this. I don't want to make assumptions because you're someone who's been in this position. I have never, of course, been in the position to be one of these security officers. But would you have expected them to not react to him identifying himself as he did?
Well, two things. So in the room itself, when he identifies himself as a senator, I don't think that made any difference to the agents. In fact, that would have been special treatment for him if they had allowed him to continue to interrupt, very loudly this press conference. So there, I don't think.
Look, bro. Look how he. Now you mean to tell me? Look how familiar that looked. Somebody gonna tell you not to worry. We ain't even addressed our issue yet. This is a senator with $200 pair of shoes on. I guarantee you them shoes worth about $20. Sport jacket smelling good. I don't smell like that. I don't dress like that. So what do you think my chances are? Man, y'all might wake up and say something, man. This shit is getting real, bro. This today. Not the 60s, it's today. And everybody will be quiet. Okay.
Made a difference, but to your point, outside the room, sure. I mean, I think that is something that is certainly a factor. Once he's identifying himself, they know that he's not a threat. That doesn't mean that they don't have the right to throw him out, of the building, metaphorically speaking.
A parent, a grandparent, like, oh, it never happened to me. Okay, let's play that devil's advocate. What about your grandkids, bro? This is gonna happen to your grandkids. That's what the fuck we supposed to be fighting for, not just for yourself. Y'all selfish. This generation is bro. You supposed to do this for your sure they ain't gotta go through this shit. Stand down. And guess what? When they take all of our shit this time, we ain't got to fight back. We ain't like the Africans, those slaves they brought over here or was here already. We ain't like that. We ain't built like that. Game over. Y'all better start focusing now. Start getting high. I know I got to. And really start getting focused, dog. Start reading. This shit get real, bro.
Because he was there, you know, at that point they would determine, okay, you were here in an unauthorized fashion. But again, that did raise questions whenever you actually see them putting him on his knees and then shoving him onto the ground at that point, knowing, you know, who they were dealing with. And for that matter, I think that kind of those kind of tactics, maybe de-escalating, would be used on anyone, not just a United States senator. Again, the question is this person a threat in front of me? And then what's the next plan? How are we going to get this individual out of there? Could they have de-escalated it? Did they have to go straight to shoving him on the ground? I don't think so. But again, I think this will be reviewed.
Yeah, I mean, I would just, you know, again, you're the expert as the former law enforcement. I've covered so many press conferences on Capitol.
I can look at that, tell you what's necessary. That's their job, is to and try to get to the bottom of shit. So we ain't playing. We ain't playing with no bull. These ain't playing, man. You gotta wake up. There's another whole generation that's been just. You have to know the history. That's the whole thing. You have to know the history, and we have to address everything. If you don't address everything, you ain't gonna even understand why people are doing what they doing and what it's getting to and what it's going to. If you knew, you would be sensitive. Would be sitting still. Elon's version of what he wants the world to be is almost like world domination. That's to scare every single one. He having kids so that he could populate something other than what he's currently at. I don't know if you think about it here in America, but it doesn't include us. Without giving babies to life. Yeah, but wake up. All right, my name is Giant. Thank y'all for watching and support y'all. Make sure y'all share. Make sure y'all